so happy that you're here. Now, interesting things happening in the world, which I'm told, I knew nothing about this, but you, I've been told, Juliette, are thrilled that we are finally out of Mercury
in retrograde.
We're out of that?
It. Are we out of it?
I don't know. I don't know.
This sounds like we're in it.
What do you mean?
We're in it. It
Are we out?
It messes with communication, with your devices. Like things, no, I've had it where like my car will break down, people will be mad, and you're like, what the hell?
But isn't that life?
It kind of...
Did you feel anything over the weekend? Any retrograde, any Mercury?
I didn't. But I was kind of sheltered. I had the curtains drawn, and I was sitting very still.
Right.
With my eyes closed.
Okay.
Just in case.
But what I love about you, Viggo, is up until recently, very recently, I think, you had a Nokia flip phone. And you've only just... You had it for 20 years, right?
And I've just mastered it.
But now you've gone to a smartphone.
Yeah, that's tough.
So what was the reason for going to the smartphone? Do you understand how that phone works yet?
Well, I have a publishing company. I have to edit things. I have to communicate quickly with people, images, things. And I can text. I've learned how to do that. And I can use the phone part of it.
Yeah.
The text thing is a one-finger kind of...
Same, yeah.
Right?
I want to go back to the flip phone.
Yeah.
I've had it.
I still write letters, stamps.
Oh, good, yeah.
And they're
Still write,
actually faster than my texts.
Yeah.
Writing a letter and it arriving is faster than you
Yes, 'cause I'm-
sending a text.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I like a written note. I'm a big fan. Are you a big texter?
I appreciate people who communicate and looking at each other. I do the voice dictation, and so it'll be me going, no, what I'm saying is we've got to get there on Friday or blah, blah, blah. So recently I was at an Airbnb place, and there was a cockroach problem. So it was a cockroach problem.
A cockroach.
Yes, you can spell that word out. And voice dictation did some real fun things with saying there's a cockroach with a giant wrote in the problem.
Wow.
What? In the house?
Okay, yeah.
You
I get
said
that.
it first.
No, I understand.
I don't say
now
this word on TV.
Yes,
Thank you.
Now, Viggo, I want to talk to you about this. I understand Meryl Streep played a pivotal role in you deciding to be an actor and your early acting career. How so? Tell me.
Well, before I started, I mean, I did it. She hadn't done much at that time. I've been around for a long time. But she had been in a couple of movies. The Deer Hunter. I really noticed her in that. But I wasn't thinking of acting at all. I was not. I mean, I've learned how to speak in public like this a little bit over the years, but I wasn't. That was never something I thought of doing, acting. But in my last year of university, a friend of mine who was in the drama department was doing a play. He'd written a play, and he said, I need you to be in the play because the actor's gone. I said, I don't know how to do that. He goes, you don't have to say anything. You just sit in this lounge chair, and you're kind of moping, and maybe you're drunk or something, and you're just staring at this candle, and you're reading a book or pretending to. I go, okay, well, I can read a book, and I'll just look at the candle then. That's it? He goes, yeah. And I thought, it was the end of the year, I thought, maybe if I take LSD,
Oh, God.
it'll make it go it'll be more fun. And it seemed to last a very long time, that play. And I had no problem staring into the candle. The candle became my universe for, it seemed like months, and it was probably only half an hour. And then, of course, you can't just switch that off. I left the stage, and they go, do you want to go to dinner? I go,
No.
Dinner? What is that? You know, and so I just wandered off. I ended up sitting against a toilet in a public bathroom with my neck against the ceramic. And I had a magazine in my hands, a Newsweek, on the cover of which was Meryl Streep.
Oh.
She had a red shirt and a blue background. She looked quite beautiful, and I was really, really high. So I don't know how, I think I was in there for hours. I was just staring, I was examining every particle of that image, and I felt like I was going into her eyes and into her head, and we had a long conversation. And
Is this dosed? I feel
And
high
it was beautiful. It was so, I was really moved. I was crying, I was laughing. I was there for a long, long time. And then finally a janitor came in and like it was very like disruptive. And I left with my magazine. I don't know where I got the magazine. I probably stole it from somewhere. And that was it. And I still have that magazine cover actually.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I ended up framing it.
Because you thought that was the moment you thought, well, I'm going to be an actor.
I didn't know, but it must have had something
It was
to do
a
with
sign.
it.
It all made sense.
But you must have crossed paths with her. Have you ever
I
told
did.
her this story?
I haven't. I should. She knows
She would
now.
love it. She'd love this story.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I have met her, and she's really nice. She probably would think it was funny.
Yes.
She'd love that story. well, I was about to say thank God for LSD, but I'm not going to.
No.
No, I'm not. That's an amazing story. Now, Juliette, I want to do. I'm thrilled that you're here because I was told that you recently had a knee injury. But it was misdiagnosed. Is that right? It's all either way. It sounds painful. What happened?
It's terrible. It's my, you get these little war wounds. Okay, but I shouldn't use that term. But it was swollen. I couldn't bend my knee. I got an MRI, and it said I had a torn ACL and a torn meniscus, to which I kept getting reactions like, "How are you even standing?"
Yeah.
And so, I was working on a show, and I was like, I don't know. How am I standing? And like really, and I went into this thing of like, why am I not taking care of myself? And how could I not know these things? And I got like a wheelchair for when I got off the plane, and I just fully leaned in.
Sure.
It was a misdiagnosis.
Right.
The power of your planting a
Sure.
thought, but I have a torn meniscus. It's a real drag. It's a special, fancy, long couple tears. I have to get surgery, which I don't.
It's not bad. I've had it, actually. It's not a bad thing. Nowadays, they just go in, it's like a small hole or two.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quick.
Yeah, but we already
My
know that you've
biggest
got the
fear.
best drugs to deal with that sort of situation.
Sure,
That's
you
the
need
truth of it. Viggo, let's talk about your brilliant new movie, Crimes of the Future. Now, in almost every way, this is not the easiest plot to summarise. Can you, as best you can, explain to us what the film's about?
It's a love story. Truly. It's a beautiful love story, unusual one. And a lot of other somewhat disturbing things happen around it. It's a strange movie. I think it's a beautiful movie made by a unique man, David Cronenberg. It's the fourth time I've worked with him.
Oh, that's exciting.
And he, it wasn't like, that he ritually made us all drink our own blood or something like that. But
To be
he
clear,
did.
nobody,
No one
just
went
so you
there,
know,
right.
nobody was thinking that. There wasn't one person. It didn't need
Then
you to say,
they're
to be
right.
clear, it wasn't like we were drinking our own blood. Just, and because of that, now all of us think you were all drinking your own blood.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Well, it was just that you realized when you got on that set that you had to get with the program. We did drink our blood, but it wasn't the main part of it. You'll see.